as feminists, regrets the rise of sexually assertive female pop stars. So who are we talking about? Can you give me any examples of sexually assertive female pop stars? You don't know? Somebody? 그냥 한국뿐만 아니라 외국인. Huh? Like Miley Cyrus. Freaking balls, right? 전신 남친. Who else?
그 정도 수준.
Who?
Rihanna.
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 Rihanna. She films a lot of music videos that are really like sexually provocative. 오빠가 리안나가 한국인인 줄 알았대요.
아까 말해보지
Yeah, so we're talking about those people. 근데 한국에서도 워낙 섹시 컨셉을 미는 막 걸그룹들이 많으니까 it's very relevant to the Korean context, right? If you have this motion, can you now see how the things that we discussed here are very relevant to what we're discussing, what we would discuss in this motion, right? Because the way, number one, when I'm a female pop star and I am choosing my concept for the next album, if the music industry is already shaped in a way that in order for me to make a hit or to get media attention or for people to view my music video, if the industry is already shaped in a way that I have to, 벗어야 되고 막 무조건 섹시 컨셉을 가져야 된다면, in me choosing to go for a sexy concept, that wouldn't really be consent that I'm making, because it's incredibly coercive. But secondly, as a result of my choice, it really affects how women are viewed in our general society. So, 약간 그런 맥락에서 이해를 하시면 되고, we're now going to move to the second part in talking about context, and I'm going to discuss things more in depth there. But before that, are there any questions? 이거를 일단 지울게요. 지워도 되죠?
이 모로한테 다이어트 있잖아요. 그러면 이거 라이프 인존이랑 조금 다른 이해를 하겠는데 이 모로 하다고 하면은 뭐라고 하는 게 할 것 같은데 아까 페이스북에
If I were on the proposition side, I would probably say that my standard of morality is when it causes third-party harm. So let's talk about the second part, feminism as context debates. Go. Context. Actually, let's discuss this first, because I think that would be more natural. The ideology부터 얘기를 하는 게 I think that would be smooth for a better understanding. Here I want to talk about competing theories or waves of feminism, because what a lot of people are mistaken when it comes to feminism is that they think feminism is a very singular concept. 막 페미니즘이라고 치면 막 딱 이런 게 정해져 있고 이런 거는 무조건 feminist, 이런 거는 anti-feminist라고 생각을 해갖고 I think that causes a lot of like misconceptions and misunderstanding about what feminism is in our society. But we need to understand that just like any other subject in our world, economics도 그렇고 IR에서 liberalism, realism 이런 게 compete 하는 거랑 똑같이 in feminism there are multiple competing theories or multiple competing waves of feminism, and within feminism this theory will argue against that theory, and that theory thinks they're better, and it's a continuous and perpetual framework of competition between theories, and that's what we're going to discuss. And I think this part is important because I think when it comes to like 40% to 50% of feminism motions, the basic clash that you're going to see in the debate is between these different waves or between the ideologies. Here, we're going to talk about waves of feminism as they progress. And this is kind of like a history of feminism because it's chronological. I'm walking you through how feminism has progressed as a social movement. Obviously, before third wave is second wave, before second wave was first wave. But first wave feminism is not important because we never debate about it. The reason for that is because when, like in 1950s to 1960s in Western countries like the United States or UK, when women were first starting to open their eyes to the idea of women's rights, the first right that they tackled or that they fought for was the suffrage, the right to vote, which is a very political right. And it was granted. And in debates, you're never going to hear someone say, we shouldn't grant women the right to vote. And that is why, because it's not controversial, it's taken for granted. And it doesn't come out in debates, so you don't need to